Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into some AI?
Always.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Today, we're going beyond the theoretical and looking at tools and news you can actually use right now.
Yeah.
It's like a cheat sheet for what's really happening in AI.
Especially for those who want to stay ahead of the curve, right?
Absolutely. We're talking everything from AI taking on Google search to platforms that let you make training videos crazy fast.
Don't forget AI that turns documents into a conversation. Seriously.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing to see AI go from this abstract idea to practical stuff anyone can use.
So true. All right, let's jump into some tools you can start using today. First up, OpenAI is partnering with news companies to launch a new search engine.
It's a direct challenge to Google, instead of just links, you get an AI summary of the news you're looking for.
Oh, wow. Like a personalized news experience.
Exactly. But it could also create those filter bubbles, limiting what viewpoints you see.
That's a good point. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, switching gears to Lupo.ai. This platform makes training videos in minutes using AI.
And they say it can cut production costs by up to 90%.
Whoa. Think about it. Creating those engaging training videos without spending a ton of money or time.
It's a game changer for anyone who needs to make videos often.
Big time. Now, speaking of making things easier, there's BlackBox AI. It's a new plugin for those JetBrains IDEs.
Oh, yeah. This one is like a dream for coders.
Oh.
How so? Well, it puts AI right into your coding. So you get things like AI code suggestions and even a code chat.
It's like having an AI coding buddy.
Exactly. Helps you code way faster and better.
That's awesome. And for the creative folks out there, we have Stable Diffusion 3.5, the newest version of that AI image software.
And the big news is that you can run it right on your own computer now.
No more relying on those cloud services.
Nope. Plus, there's a super detailed guide to help you set it up. Anyone can create cool AI art, even without being a tech whiz.
I love that it makes AI image creation so accessible. And speaking of accessible, Anthropic's Claude AI, the chatbot, now has a desktop app, Mac and Windows too.
Super convenient. You can get to your questions, past chats, everything right there on your desktop.
No more browser tabs?
Exactly. And their mobile app. They added voice dictation. So talk to your AI on the go.
That's so cool. It really seems like AI is becoming more and more, user-friendly part of everyday life.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Google Labs has this NotebookLM project, and they just added a feature called Audio Overview.
It's crazy. It turns your documents into, get this, audio conversations.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like, imagine listening to AI hosts talking about your research paper, picking out the key points and making connections you might have missed.
Oh, wow. So it's making tough material easier to understand.
Like having an AI study buddy.
I like that. Now, beyond individual tools, there are platforms like Make.com that are changing how we automate things.
Yeah, with Make.com, you can build these things called semi-AI agents. They're like automated helpers that connect different apps and services.
Using what?
APIs. For example, you could have one watch your email for certain messages and then, based on what's in them, trigger different actions.
So it's automating all those boring, repetitive tasks.
Exactly. Frees up your time for more important things.
I can definitely see the appeal there. And for those of you focused on creating content, especially on YouTube, we've got vidIQ and TubeBuddy.
Powerful tools for data and channel management. With vidIQ, you can track your video stats, try out different thumbnails, even analyze what's working for other YouTubers.
What about TubeBuddy?
It's all about optimizing your channel. Keyword research, playlist management, all that good stuff. They give you a ton of control and insights to help you get your content out there.
It's pretty clear that AI isn't some far-off thing anymore. It's here, it's now, and it's changing how we work and create.
Yeah, but it's not just about the tools. We got to look at the bigger picture, how AI is showing up in the news.
Which brings us to our next part, AI in the news, beyond the headlines.
And let me tell you, it's getting interesting. Welcome back. Before we jump in, I want to circle back to something we talked about earlier, OpenAI delaying that GPT-5 release.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. What's the deal? Why hit pause?
Well, it shows how AI development isn't just about building bigger, more powerful models,
Right.
It's also about refining what we have, being responsible, and thinking about the ethical side of things.
Makes sense.
Rushing out these super complex AI models without proper testing and safeguards, that could have some serious consequences, unintended ones.
The stakes are pretty high.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking systems that can impact, everything. Our personal lives, the global economy, you name it.
It makes you think about the future of work, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's wondering what happens to jobs when AI gets even more powerful.
Right, right. It's easy to jump to that, robots taking over.
It's a scary thought for a lot of people.
And look, there's no denying that AI is going to automate some tasks and roles. That's just going to happen.
But it's not all doom and gloom, right?
No, not at all. I mean, AI is a tool, right? Like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
So how do we make sure it's used for good?
Well, for starters, we got to invest in education and training. Give people the skills to thrive in an AI world. Focus on the things AI can't do.
Like what?
Things that are uniquely human. Critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, stuff like that.
Those are things that make us.
Yes, exactly. And then we need policies and regulations to make sure AI is developed ethically. Fairness, transparency, accountability, the whole 9 yards.
That's a tall order.
No doubt about it. But we're already seeing some really cool examples of AI augmenting human abilities, not replacing them.
Oh, yeah, like in healthcare.
Yeah, AI is helping doctors with diagnoses, personalized treatments, even surgery.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right. AI has the potential to revolutionize healthcare, make it more accessible for everyone.
That would be incredible.
And it's not just healthcare. Education, transportation, even the arts are seeing these advancements.
So maybe, instead of being afraid of AI, we should think of it as a tool that can solve some of the world's biggest problems.
That's the optimistic view, and I think it's the one to aim for.
I agree.
But it takes a lot of effort, collaboration, and, a willingness to adapt to a world that's changing really fast.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about how our listeners can start using AI, like today.
Great idea. We've mentioned some cool tools, but honestly, there's so many out there, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, where do you even begin?
The good news is there's a ton of resources to help you. Online courses, tutorials, even a simple Google search can get you started.
And don't forget about online communities, right? Those are great places to connect with other AI folks.
Absolutely. Sharing knowledge and working together is key to staying on top of things in AI.
It's all about learning from each other.
Exactly. Whether you're a tech pro or just dipping your toes in, now's the time to explore AI.
The best way to learn is by doing right.
100%. Don't be afraid to try things out, make mistakes, just dive in.
I love that. Now, before we wrap up this part, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay, I'm all ears.
We talked about AI in different fields, but what about creativity? How's AI impacting the arts?
Ooh, interesting question.
Well, stay tuned for part 3, where we'll explore that. Welcome back to the final part of our AI deep dive.
The grand finale.
Exactly. We've covered tools, the impact on jobs, the ethical stuff, and now we're going somewhere really interesting.
Oh, where are we headed?
AI and creativity.
Ah, yes. That's where things get really interesting.
It really blurs the lines, human and machine when it comes to art.
It's always been this, uniquely human thing.
Exactly. But now we've got AI creating art, music, even writing poetry.
It's mind-blowing.
It makes you wonder, what does it even mean to be creative in this age of AI?
Right. Can AI really be creative, or is it just copying what it's been trained on?
That's the big question.
It's a tough one. What's for sure is AI is already shaping the creative process.
How so?
Well, artists are using AI as a tool to boost their own creativity, come up with new ideas, push boundaries.
So it's more like a collaboration, not replacement.
Exactly. Take music, for instance. AI can make new sounds, compose melodies, even produce whole tracks.
Wow.
Some musicians are even working with AI like it's a creative partner.
Like an AI muse.
Yeah. And it's not just music. Visual art, writing, fashion, you name it.
So AI is touching all these creative fields.
Yeah.
But it still brings us back to that question. Can AI really be creative?
Does it have that human element, the emotions, the understanding of life experience?
That fuels real art.
Right. Some people say AI can create things that look like art, but it doesn't have the consciousness, the emotional depth.
It can mimic, but it can't feel.
Yeah, something like that. But here's the thing. AI is always evolving.
True.
Who knows? Maybe someday it will develop emotions and expression we can't even imagine right now.
That's both exciting and a little scary. But even if AI never becomes, sentient, it's still a powerful tool for creativity.
For sure. It's democratizing creativity, making it accessible for everyone.
Even if you don't have the technical skills or tons of resources, you can still use AI to bring your ideas to life.
It's like giving everyone a paintbrush, an instrument, a blank canvas. The possibilities are huge.
It's a whole new world of creative potential.
And we're just at the beginning.
This conversation about AI and creativity is far from over.
Oh, it's just getting started.
Well said. And that wraps up our AI deep dive.
Phew, we covered a lot.
We did. Tools, jobs, ethics, creativity.
It's been a wild ride.
It has. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Remember, AI is constantly changing, so stay curious, explore, and see what you discover.
Until next time.